Am I the a-hole for being a stepmom who went to her stepdaughter's open house? Am I the a-hole? I have a 5.5-year-old stepdaughter who started kindergarten. I started dating her father after he and the baby's mother's relationship ended, and he and I were dating when she was born. We've been married now for 4 years. They shared custody and decision making, and my husband is very involved. And he scheduled an open house appointment because mom did not, and asked school if I could come. He told mom about the appointment. The school said yes and I can come. So I went. While there, I asked about classroom moms, volunteers, opportunities, and other relevant kid-related questions. I'll be picking her up on occasion and hopefully helping the school teach her in any capacity they need. Mom told my husband that it was inappropriate that I was there, asking questions that she, the mom, would not allow me to be on the class mom or volunteer. I know she really cannot control this. She said it was for parents only, and that I overstepped my boundaries. As a result, literally the next day, she didn't send us any pictures of her first day of school. And when my husband tried to call and ask his daughter how her first day of school was, mom refused and told him where he could show it, that it was her daughter and she was in control and he had nothing to do with her. His daughter's success or failures and education was something she is 100% in charge of, and other not so nice things. Am I the a-hole for going to the open house, or did I overstep my boundaries as a step-parent by wanting to be involved?
NTA, you're a stepmother that's making more of an effort than her bio mom. As a stepfather, I attend practically everything the kids ask me to. Their father had to get over himself because they started asking why you do you and what's best by your stepdaughter. NTA. As a kid with step-parents, I just want to say Op and this commenter are both doing a great job. My stepdad, who is only home 6 months of the year, did, and even though I'm now an adult still does the same thing, and we have a great relationship. My dad never put the effort in, and it affected how I view him. Info: did your husband actually make the school visit at a time the mom could attend? What is the custody arrangement? Are you ever involved in parenting decisions and communication, or is it solely between your stepdaughter's parents? Yes, she had the day off. He asked her multiple times if she made an appointment and she did not respond, so he reached out to the school to schedule an appointment. They share custody, mom is primary, and they have joint decision making for education. Yes, I have always been involved since she was in daycare. I've thrown birthday parties, invited the mother to all family things we do that revolve around the child. The mother and I have been successful in communicating with each other in the past, but it's difficult at times, especially when she thinks I'm overstepping my boundaries. However, I never do anything without first discussing it with her dad first. He and I try to work together as a team. I hope that answers your questions. NTA. You're an involved step-parent, that's awesome. Keep it up. But I'd document this interaction. BC, it's parental alienation. She absolutely does not get 100% say in the daughter's anything per the custody agreement. She's threatened. BC, you'll put effort where she won't, so she either has to step up or try to stop you. It's sad and really just hurts the kids the most when parents act like that. This is what I wanted to say, Op, you are NTA. You are involved in this child's life, and it's great that you want to be supportive. Your partner needs to take this up with a legal settlement of his parental rights, as her behavior may get worse if this is allowed to slide. Be involved. I loved that my kid's stepmom treated my kid like her own. She was invited and welcomed to literally everything. However, I was very clear that she was mom in her house and not to worry about stepping on my toes there because my toes don't belong in her house. I as a mom wanted my son to have someone to love and mother him when I couldn't. Keep being a wonderful involved stepmom, you stepdaughter will notice. Until you are a step-parent doing the best a step-parent can do, being there for the child and supporting them. How can she possibly find this negative? She'd rather you be horrible to her child. Maybe it's jealousy, or maybe she does want you to be horrible, so your story daughter wants to stay with her full-time. I'm not sure, but keep doing what you're doing. Support your stepdaughter and keep turning up to her events because it's very important, especially at a young age, to show you're gonna be there and she can trust you. NTA not for going to the open house, but it looked a bit like you were overstepping by asking many questions and suggesting to be the class mom and volunteering. Looked like you were trying to take the mom role away from the actual mom. Did the mom want to do those things? If she did not want, then you can suggest to take that responsibility. We know you, we're not intending to overstep, but it happened sometime. That was a minor overstepping, so the mom's reaction was over the line too, and not okay IMO. Not going to be popular, but sh.the mother for taking her anger out on the father. That's childish and ridiculous. You for thinking it's okay to be a class mom or a volunteer when you're not the parent. She is right. You did overstep your boundaries. In my country, most schools only accept the parents at such events specifically to avoid drama and situations where step-parents get more involved than the parents. I don't know what country you or the op is from, but I live in a mixed income area of the US, and the school always needs help, and when there are huge mixes of broken homes, single parents, foster parents, kids with split parents, some remarried some not, blended families, kids living with grandparents. You learn never to assume it's bio dad and bio mom who are parenting the children. And the schools welcome just about any adult who lives with the kids to volunteer. Passing of background checks is mandatory, however. Basically any of the adults should be able to help out, and it's not just the exclusive purview of bio mom and bio dad. NTA. Everyone in the situation should be doing everything in the best interest of the child. And the only one not doing that is the mother. You and dad should keep track of everything she does and says and take it to court and change custody if need be. She's more focused on keeping you away than having more people love her kid. She's being petty. My husband asked the school COVID restrictions, some places were only allowing max 2 people, and certainly if that were the case it would have been mom and dad. And 100%, I agree it's important not to take time away from her and her mom. Thank you so much for the insight.